From the newsroom of Presque Isle newspapers at the corner of 3rd and Erie in Rogers City, this is Peter Jakey with a preview of the headlines from this week's edition of the Presque Isle County Advance. On the front page, Finance Committee of Posen Consolidated School District Number 9 has a task of figuring out how to absorb a loss of $165 from the Per Pupil Foundation grant, a loss of about $43,000 from the general fund budget. The district is already 1/4 of the way through the fiscal year. The Board of Education approved a $2.3 million budget back in June. Fund equity at the end of the 2008-09 fiscal year was $180,000, but is expected to shrink to a projected figure of $30,000, and that doesn't include the latest round of cuts by the state, said Superintendent Drew Milliron. It's an all-too-familiar story in districts across the state. For example, Sault Ste. Marie is preparing for $412,000 in cuts, while Rogers City area schools is bracing for nearly a $100,000 loss. With the state looking at a $2.8 billion deficit, Governor Jennifer Granholm is warning that the next reduction to districts could be double. It's not going to be easy, said Milliron, of the decisions that need to be made. The Rogers City Area Chamber of Commerce will be hosting their annual dinner on November 4th at the Water's Edge Restaurant in Rogers City. In past years, the dinner has also included the annual business meeting. However, this year the evening will be a dinner and social event. The annual meeting is now held in January. Mike Ridley, who is known for his great live performances with his song parodies, will provide entertainment for the evening. Many door prizes will be given out at the social evening out for the Chamber members. Tickets are available at the Chamber of Commerce office as well as from any Chamber board member. Call the Chamber at 734-2535 for more information. In other news, parents know the importance of the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Rogers City Elementary School's parent-teacher organization has added one more important R to that formula: recess. The organization believes the time spent outside the classroom in play is so important that the group will be working with the Board of Education to try and improve or upgrade the existing playground equipment on the grounds. Superintendent Jamie Huber at the October 12th school board meeting said he had been in contact with the PTO and they've identified improvements to the playgrounds as a need. The elementary has 2 playgrounds, one on the west side between the building and the tennis courts, while the other is on the east side. Huber said the Property and Facilities Planning Committee would work with the PTO on the budding project. More details on these and other local stories are in this week's edition of the Advance. In sports, the Huron football team qualified for the playoffs with a win at Newberry last week. Senior tight end Ben Telgetsky caught 3 touchdown passes from Pat Quain in the 42-24 win in the UP. Rogers City will find out its playoff opponent on Sunday. Posen football team lost their season finale to Owendale Gagetown in Caseville. On a converted soccer field, nearly 150 points were scored. It has been a strange football season in Posen. Read more details in this week's edition of the Advance. We also have photos and results from the Rogers City Volleyball Tournament, cross-country action in this week's edition. The Presque Isle County Advance is on area newsstands this afternoon with all these stories and much more. For subscription information, call the Advance at 734-2105. Check us out online at piadvance.com. This is Peter Jakey, Managing Editor of Presque Isle Newspapers, reporting.